So I'm going to bring out, boy, this is very cool because we have four stars of the film as well as the writer, director, and coming out first, she plays Agnes Borg Peterson in this, Inga Ibsdotter Lilleaas. That might, yeah. And you all know her in so many things. She has 2 movies right now. Predator, Badlands. She's so badass and so good. Playing Rachel Kemp here, Elle Fanning. A veteran actor and one of the greats in this business, an international star. He plays Gustav Borg. Please welcome Stellan Skarsgård. And she was in Joachim's previous film, The Worst Person in the World, and was so fabulous. Yes, won the Cannes Best Actress, and is so great here as Nora. Please welcome Renate Reinsve. Hello. And he has done so many fine films in the past, and this may be his finest. The writer-director Joachim Trier. All right, welcome to Contenders, bright and early in the morning, and thanks for coming out here. It's so great to see all of you because I just went to see the movie again last weekend and paid for it at the AMC Century City. I'd seen it months ago at Cannes before anybody knew what it was, and then to see it again, there is so much in this movie. Not just to see it once for the people that raise their hands, but you want to go see it again because you see so many things in it. I want to show them a clip of this, but this movie is really about family, and it's and all the kind of twisted turns that it takes within it. Would you say, what was your idea in making this movie? What did you want to say with Sentimental Value?
No, thank you, and thanks for having us. I think you're on to the core themes. It's about a family and the difficulties of all those things we don't know how to talk about. And in this case, it's a family of creative people. We have a father who's a film director. We have a daughter who is a great actor of stage plays and stuff. So we try to use that not only to make a love letter to cinema, obviously there's always that little side element to it, but to get deeper into a family story.
Yeah, and there's one other thing. You'll see it a bit in the clip here, but I don't think we have the shot of the outside of it, but the house is so key here. It's the production design is just wonderful, and that other chair I wanted the house here today, but we couldn't fit it into that chair, so they said, forget it, Pete. But anyway, if ever I've seen a movie where the production design is a star as well, it's this one. So without further ado, let's take a look at the official entry for the Academy Awards from Norway, Sentimental Value.
Han ikke her for å ordne med salget, jeg trodde jo det, ja, men ja, nå har vi sett prosjekt.
Hva sa du?
Nei, det jo en bra ting da egentlig, men han skal lage film igjen.
Hvilket prosjekt da?
Det det han snakket med deg om.
Min film? Den han skrev til meg?
Ja, den du ikke ville spille I.
Men fikk han penger til den?
Ja, han må jo det da. Han sa ikke så mye, jeg tror kanskje han ville si det selv. Han spurte om du kom til å være her.
Ok. Det han?
Ja. Shit, ikke det den der Rachel Kemp? Oh, shit. Hallo, du, Nora. Du, nå.
So great to see you again. There's a cafe a couple of minutes that way. Rachel will let you know when we're done. Hei.
Hei.
Nora.
Nei, hun måtte gå.
Rachel, this is my daughter Agnes.
Hi, Rachel.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Is this when I apologize to all the wonderful publicists and agents out there?
Lots of intrigue there going on in this scene where he first brings Elle Fanning's character, a huge American star, who he's now hired to play the role that he really wrote for his daughter, who's an actress. She wants nothing to do with it or him. They've been estranged. And so this is, okay, she's going to be playing essentially what I wrote for you.
Yeah, and the poor Rachel Kemp gets dropped in and becomes this kind of catalyst in this big family drama that she's quite unaware of as she's being invited in. So yeah, that's the story. That's what it's about.
It's amazing. So why at this point, you know, you had such success, 2 Oscar nominations for the worst person in the world, including screenplay, in addition to international film, and reuniting here with Renate again. Why did this story intrigue you at this time, you and your co-writer?
A couple of different reasons. I think I've had 2 children since I wrote my last film, and I still have my parents around, and I'm, you know, very aware of how short time we have together. So, you know, like I'm thinking a lot about that, and I'm also thinking about reconciliation, what we got and what we didn't get from parents, and, you know, trying to make something honest about that. But there's also this urge to work with actors. As a director, this is my 6th film, and the kick of really getting to work with great performers was a big motivation. So I started really writing Renate's character, Nora, and then as the father became such a prominent figure, I very much wanted to work with Stellan. It's been kind of a career dream of mine. So I went to Stockholm while we were still in the early phases and kind of persuaded him or begged him, depending on how I look at it, to be a part of this.
What about that, Stellan? Did he have to persuade you, or?
Well, I was very hard to get. No, I had decided it before I met him.
Okay. While you're talking here, let me ask you about Gustav here. He's a director who's kind of on the downswing of a very successful career. He's looking to revive it with a movie he's written and to involve his daughter, but he's really got a motive, I think, using this movie, this script, to make up for lost time with her. How would you describe him in what he's doing here?
That's what he is doing, but I don't think he's aware of it. I mean, the thing that is fascinating about all those characters are that they're not aware of their flaws, and they're not aware of how to deal with their situation. And that's the wonderful and moving part of it, I think.
Yeah. And Renate, this is just another beautiful performance from you. And you're playing an actress. So you're an actress playing an actress. And, you know, for those who haven't seen it, the film really opens with you going on stage in a new performance. And you've got tremendous stage fright, and you're doing everything you possibly can to not go on that night, even though this is the opening. Has that ever happened to you or anyone you know, that you're just trying, you know, you'd rather throw up than go on stage?
It's never happened to me. But I have seen the exact almost thing happening to someone that I know, and was playing opposite and was running around, and we were all very nervous. But I thought it was a really good launch for a character in a script. I was very excited to play that panic scene. I love playing panic scenes, and I think it was because she carries so much emotional weight, she doesn't know how to really process it. Like Stellan says, like she doesn't know how to communicate it. But to be a good performer, you have to access as much as possible in yourself and the subconscious as well. And she knows that that is a scary place to go. So she physically runs away and tries to rip off her costume and get people to slap her and whatnot. And so and then when she gets on stage, you actually see that all that she carries is what's giving her all that force too. So it was a perfect start of a character, I thought.
Yeah, exactly. And your dynamic with your sister here, played beautifully by Inga, is so great to watch. That you know, they've grown up together and they have so much of this backstory that we see in a couple of hours. We know this family, which I thought was great. Inga, like I said, beautiful performance here. Can you talk about getting this role and what it meant to you to work in this particular film?
Yeah, I was very happy. The casting director asked me to do it like a normal audition, but I was excited because it was Joachim's movie and I wanted to work with him, but I never thought that was going to happen. I thought they were going to leave, you know, for America or something after the last one. Luckily, they didn't. And it was like it was maybe 5 months the whole thing lasted, like because I had work and stuff. And then finally he called me and asked me to be in the movie, and the experience of just doing the auditioning process was something of value to me. We had so many lovely conversations, and the auditions, like the tests we did, was so rewarding and so interesting, like working with him. So I felt like even if I didn't get the part, it would have been worth it, and I would have something that I could bring to the next thing, you know? But then luckily I got to do it, and yeah, it's hard to explain how that experience was. It was like what I thought acting was going to be, the way he works, and it's almost never been like that. Rarely. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and it was really emotionally and personally rewarding and existentially very interesting work.
Elle, it's a very interesting role for you too, because as you noticed in the clip here, that's when the film turns into English language. Mostly it's not. Mostly we're looking at subtitles here and all of that. And that's sort of like what you're doing in coming into this film and making this film in Norway. And so did you feel that, you know, a big American star coming into this world?
Not really. I think I'm such a Joachim Trier fan, and Renate and Stellan, and to get to meet Inga, and like Stellan said, I would have said yes to a very, very small part, just one line, to be in a Joachim Trier film. Like I was such a fan, and so for me, I didn't feel, even though I'm playing the outsider, I certainly didn't feel like an outsider. I was very much included, and we had a great rehearsal process, which is very important to Joachim. That's on one of our first Zoom calls. That was something he said to me. It's like, please come to Oslo. This is how I work. We have rehearsals together in the house, in the space, with everyone one-on-one, and really not over-analyzing anything, but like Inga was saying, this is a very personal story to all of us, because Joachim allows us to share our own experiences with each other, and he films the rehearsals, and then after that, he kind of shapes the character to you, or cuts lines out that he doesn't need to be said, and kind of lives in those silences. And so the film is so emotional, and I think it's because we all felt that way. We all felt very raw and open, and it was an incredible set and experience, and really the best experience I've ever had. The environment that he creates, it's really special.
It's so cool. I had the opportunity to interview all of you earlier in the season when you came out here, and your sister, Dakota Fanning, was sitting in the audience that night and had not seen it, and I remember you were so nervous about having her see it. This does bring up universal family issues for everybody, I think, when they see it.
Well, completely, yeah, I remember that, and then I think we had a Q&A afterwards, and I just started crying. I was like, my sister's in the audience, and hi, I wanted to give her a big hug, because, particularly the scene that they have together on the bed, and I'm the younger sister, she's the older sister, I think. And Joachim he captures that relationship so beautifully. So I was happy to share it with her, and we had a big cry and hug after the film.
I love it. Before we go, because the clock wound down, which I'm ignoring, here's the thing. This is the official entry from Norway for the Academy Awards for International Film. Okay. You can applaud that, except that this film is eligible in all categories, except maybe live-action short subject. So, you know, this is, I think, a very universal story, and I think it's one that will appeal to audiences around the world. I know I've sat with these audiences, and you can see how it reacts. So this is for everybody. You made this for everybody.
That was my hope. I grew up in a small country in Northern Europe, and I grew up watching Kramer versus Kramer when everyone's parents got divorced, or I've been deeply moved by a samurai movie from Japan. You know, so I've grown up in this idea that we share a language in cinema, and that the national aspect isn't the primary, but hopefully the stories we tell. So, yeah, I'm just grateful for the reception in America and other places. You know.
Well, I think it's going to continue. This is its second weekend here, and like I said, it opened with an incredible per-screen average. People really are running to see it, and it's great to have it in theaters, where you should see it. Thank you all for joining us here on Contenders.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.